Well, hello, fellow Kansas Democrats. Gina Repass here, proud chair of the Kansas Democratic Party. And before I say anything else, let me thank all of our veterans and active duty members of our military. Thank you for your service. Thank you for our freedom. Well, welcome to our weekly chair chat. If this is the first time you're tuning in, this is something I took from FDR's Fireside Chats, and this replaces a written weekly newsletter. I'm so glad to be sharing information with Kansas Dems about what we've been up to. Now, obviously, these are recorded, so if there's something you want me to celebrate or highlight, please email us at info@kansasdems.org. That's info@kansasdems.org. Or if it's something more pressing, please reach out to us via phone. We've got a wonderful person answering our phone, and we'll try to return your call for sure within 24 hours. Well, let's get right into it. What we normally do here is I start with sometimes good news or not so good news and then build up to some great news. So we will start with the not so good news. I would just like to remind everyone in the wake of the recent outbreak of political violence that we all just need to be more cautious and careful. We've got some safety protocols we've shared with our congressional district chairs who will share it with our county chairs. But if you'd like that information, please reach out to us. But just be very cautious right now. And for heaven's sake, let's all take the temperature down with our words online, to each other, on our social media. Well, in some other not so great news, it seems like Kansas may not be immune to the redistricting funk that has taken over our country. I don't have any specific information other than it is now a possibility that we could be facing a special session where redistricting might be on the table. I will come to you with more information as we get it, but unfortunately, Kansas is not immune to that. Okay, we're going to take a pivot and talk about some good news. Some things that have happened this week that I think you all should know about. One of those is that the Kansas Democratic Party Admin Council and Elected Officers Committee met this week. We do that once a month just so that they're informing me and I'm informing them, and I use their wise counsel. So just so you all know, obviously your elected officers are chair, vice chair, secretary, treasurer, and your two national DNC members. But then the Admin Council is those people plus all of our congressional district chairs and vice chairs. And we met last night and talked about all the things that are going on. Again, we also talked about our ED search. I will keep you all informed. We're about to post for that position, but I value them and I want to thank them all for their time and efforts. Well, let's move on to some other good news. I had the privilege of speaking at the Wyandotte County Democrats monthly meeting. It was about precinct captains and precinct leaders. First of all, let me congratulate that amazing group of leaders in Wyandotte County. Chair Susan Martin, Vice Chair Jaque Barber, Secretary Cabrini, and Treasurer Alan White. And then, of course, the indomitable Hank Chamberlain, who is such a big part of all of the leadership in Wyandotte County. It was a huge turnout. We saw some of our leaders, our elected leaders there, some community leaders, and we got someone to stand up while I was speaking. I was doing an altar call and said, yes, I will stand up to be a precinct leader. Let me be very clear, folks, that's how we win. It's not how much we put on social media or how much the KDP can do. We will win these elections person by person, street by street. That's why our precinct leaders are so important. So thank you to the man that stood up and said he would do it. Thank you to all of our precinct leaders. And a little shout out to Jason Peters, who takes a big hand in trying to make sure that we don't lose sight that that's the most important thing we can do is to talk to our neighbors. That's how we win elections. Well, we'll end on some giant good news. We are also trying to continue to build this party, and we're working with Contest Every Race, and not only just to recruit candidates, but now we're trying to recruit people to help us lead and organize county parties in places where we don't necessarily have them. Right now, we have 25 people signed up for our new leaders training. That's already started happening. It'll go for 8 weeks, trying to help them understand what it means to organize a county party. Our goal is to have 15 to 20 new organized Democratic county parties in this state as we go into the 2026 cycle. And I just want to give a special thank you, the grand finale, to everyone who came out to Colby, Kansas for the first of our 3 Democracy Fest tours. It was a wonderful time, a great turnout. I was not able to be there with them in person, but all of the people who stepped up, Melinda Levon, Bill Hammond, everyone on the staff and the team, Jess Dragu, Jonathan, Alex, everyone who made that event so special. A great time was had by all. It is important to celebrate Democrats everywhere. That's why we are doing our Democracy Fest tour. So Colby was a huge success. We will see you again in October for Dodge City and then Hayes, but we're out everywhere. So I'm going to end the way I always do. I'm so proud of you all. Let's stay in this fight together. God bless America. God bless the great state of Kansas. And God bless you all.